Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a four-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats like Amon Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Call or text us at 402-464-5685 with questions, or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Registration goes through May 30th.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay. Playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and tonight I have a really, really special guest. Her name is Denny Jackson. Welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So Denny and I recently met about, I don't know, like a month, maybe a little bit over a month ago, but we've become so close. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You're so awesome. And I feel like we're literally like the same person in so many ways.
Yeah.
So
It's been so fun being friends with you, literally just for the month.
Literally right back at you. This is good. Yeah. This show's about to be so much fun too. To begin, do you want to tell me about yourself a little bit? Maybe, I don't know, anything you want to share?
Okay. So I moved to Lincoln just over a year and a half ago. My sister plays volleyball here for UNL, Andy Jackson. If you're a fan, you know that name. Anyways, it's just been great. I work at a law firm down here. It's called Rembolt Ludke, and I just finished my undergrad online, and that's what I've got going on.
Amazing. So you are from, is it Alaska?
I am.
You did tell me about that. Tell me about living in Alaska, because you were only there for a few years, right? But
yeah, I think I only lived there till I was 4.
Okay.
But I was born in Anchorage. Andy was born in Soldotna, and then my youngest sister was born in Colorado.
Okay.
Poor thing. It's way less cool.
Yeah. So you guys moved to Colorado, and you were there up until like a year and a half ago, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So yeah, you have actually, yeah, tell me about your family a little bit. I'll let you
Okay.
introduce it.
So I've got 2 younger sisters. Andy, of course, is 19, and then my youngest sister, Cody, is 17. I was like, gosh, can't get that one wrong.
I know.
Anyways, yep, Cody's 17. And then we've also got an older sister. Her name's Oakley, and she's 27.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're also in a family of only girls.
Yeah.
So am I. I have 2 younger sisters, and I feel like that's something that we kind of bonded over pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that like? How'd you describe that?
Yeah. Growing up with all sisters, I couldn't be more grateful, honestly.
Yeah.
They're my best friends in the whole world. I don't think there's anything quite like it, honestly.
I agree.
Yeah.
No, it's so much fun. And a couple weeks ago, well, I guess it was probably last week when I met your sisters,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
everyone. So we went to go watch a baseball game. It was like my first ever that was a college baseball game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Creighton versus Xavier. Yeah.
Yes. So I went to go watch a baseball game with you and your family. I actually met your parents, so your whole family was there. That was
You
kind
did
of
meet
fun.
everyone.
Yeah. So we went to go watch a baseball game, and I got to hang out with both your sisters too, and that was a good time.
Yeah.
And then 2 days ago, you met my younger sisters too.
I did. Yes. Elizabeth and Abby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
I was like, whew.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
How do you feel like, I don't know, if you were to compare like the family dynamics between sisters, either
Mhm.
between your own, and then like I feel like it'd be fun to kind of compare it between like mine too.
Yeah. So I think one of the biggest differences I think of as comparing our sister
Mhm.
dynamic is that Andy is easily the most athletic person in our family.
Okay. Yeah,
And
the middle one.
she's definitely the middle child. Yeah, she's pretty stereotypical middle child. She might be the funniest as well.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yes.
Is that you too?
Yes. No, Abby is so funny. Like she just says the most like randomest things sometimes, and it's just I love it. It's so
Right?
good.
And then I don't know if this is the same for you, but Cody is just the baby girl of the family.
Mm-hmm.
I just like
Yep.
Cody is just the baby, right?
Yes.
Oh, she's just so cute. And yeah, it's just incredible how much I just think of her as the baby girl.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like I don't know? For me, like with the youngest one, I feel like I almost like kind of helped raise her in some ways. Like just like
Yeah.
offered like was like literally like the second mom. Were
Yeah.
you kind of like that with her too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely. I think that just comes with having to be the example for your sisters, right? Because you're the first kid. It's the first time your parents have ever raised a child. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
right?
And then how would you say like the dynamic is with like or like being the oldest sister?
There's I feel like there's a lot of undercover stress because you really want to set a high standard for them and pave a good path for them to follow, be a good influence and set the bar really, really high. But it comes with a little bit of stress, you know? You feel like at least I felt like I couldn't really enjoy myself as much as I wanted to sometimes because I knew that I had younger girls looking up to me,
Mm-hmm.
and those younger girls just happen to be the most important people to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a little bit tricky growing up, but
Definitely. And I feel like I don't know, I don't really talk about that with many people because I feel like they don't really understand unless they're like in a situation
mhm,
with like only younger sisters. But it's like, yeah, you have to be the role model. You have to be like the second mom and
mhm.
like set a good example. And then there's like all the things of like helping out with like, I don't know if you did this, but like helping out with driving and like picking
Oh,
them
yeah.
up, dropping them off, and like going to get groceries, running errands. It's like you're literally like the second mom.
Yes, that's so true, right?
Mm-hmm.
Denny, will you take Cody to soccer practice? Also, will you pick this up on your way home?
Yes, literally. Yeah. It's great though. Like honestly, I wouldn't trade it, but it's definitely got like this extra like feeling of expectations and
Mhm.
responsibilities that I feel like the other ones probably just don't necessarily have or like
Yeah.
are like actually aware of.
Yeah, I would never consider it a burden by any
Mhm.
means. It's just a little bit tougher, I think, but I think every being the oldest, the middle child, or the youngest all comes with its
Mhm.
own like struggle,
Yeah.
But I think the oldest is definitely that second mother thing. I just
Mhm.
feel like there's a lot on your plate. You can drive first.
Yes. The driving one is a big one because you're right. Then it's like, hey, you bring this person to practice, you pick them up from practice.
Yes.
Driving everyone to school.
Right?
Yeah. And it's fun, like, especially getting your license first, like, that's fun, being, like, the only one in the family that, like, the only
Oh,
sister
yeah.
that can drive, because then you are doing everything, and it is fun.
Right? It's so fun for like a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's a chore.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm trying to think of anything else. I feel like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, even just, like, cleaning up around the house or, like, making sure that everyone's kinda, like, on task, and even though that's not, like, my actual, like,
Mhm.
job or no one really tells me that I have to, but it's, like, I feel like as the oldest, like, I have to make sure that everyone's, like, I don't know, helping clean up after we eat or, like,
Oh,
cleaning
yeah.
up the house.
I've definitely gotten more mad at my sisters than my mom sometimes. I've been like, "Mom, this is not okay."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's like, "Well, Denny, calm down." And I'm like, "No."
No, literally, that's definitely what was going on in my
Right?
place for a while. Even, like, they were here this weekend, and my sister like, my whole family was actually staying in my apartment because
Mhm.
'cause I'm the only one living there right now, so, like, everyone was just hanging out, and, like, even last night before we left the house, I was like, "Alright, girls, let's help me bring out the trash." And I felt bad, but I was like, it's so hard doing it by myself. I was like, at least I have people that can help me. And they're like
Right.
complaining, carrying the trash. And I was like, I know it sucks, but
I know. I,
so funny.
most of the time Andy and I spend together is on the weekends because she's so
Mhm.
busy during the week and so am I.
Mhm.
And, on Sundays a lot, she'll be like, "Hey, Denny, wanna hang out?" Which is code for, "Hey, Denny, wanna come over, help me with my laundry, help me wash my bedding, help me catch up on my dishes."
That's funny.
Right? It's I always know it's an undercover favor, but I'm like, "Oh, but Andy, you're just my sweet girl, and I love you
Yeah.
so much. I'll do it."
Yeah. It's like, I'll go, like, I used to like go help them clean their rooms all the time.
Right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize that was like a universal thing.
Yeah.
Like, I would just, yeah, I don't know. Like, do you think that's being the oldest sister that has that? Like, I don't know. I'm like very like everything has to be organized. Everything has to be put in its place and like
Mhm.
cleaned up a lot. Are you like that too?
I am a little bit. I feel like you can't really be an older sister and have a type B personality.
Mm-hmm.
You are type A by default.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, yeah, because of that, I'm like, hey, your room's messy. You want to clean it? And it was like, they're like, no. I was like, okay, well, I'll help. Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
right. What was it? Just recently, I was talking to a friend, and he asked me, "What's the nicest thing that someone's ever told you before?" And the first thing that came to mind was that my youngest sister told me one time that I was a really, really good sister,
Oh.
and that was just what popped into my head. So
Mm-hmm.
just having sisters, there's nothing like it. It's the best.
Definitely. Yeah, it's awesome. And you're so right about like the built-in best friend. Cause like,
Mhm.
I don't know, I was just talking about it with my sisters a couple days ago too. It's like now that we're all like getting closer in age, or like the youngest one's about to go to university. So it's like
Mhm.
now like we don't have to like keep things from each other as much, because we were joking about how like she used to snitch all the time.
Oh,
But
yeah.
now she's like at the age where it's like she realizes, oh, like that's probably not the right thing to do, because I have things that I'm gonna tell you that I hope you don't tell me about
Right.
either. And that's brought us so much
Uh-huh.
closer together too.
Yeah, true. Now we all have secrets that we collectively keep from our parents.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, mom.
Sorry, mom.
But yeah, no, it's interesting that yeah, because Abby is the middle one on my side, and she doesn't do sports anymore.
Mhm.
But Andy's the only one that does sports in your family now, mostly, right?
Yeah, Cody's done. She had a couple surgeries, so she's done with athletics, and
Mhm.
so am I.
Yeah.
So yeah, only Andy on this side.
Interesting. Yeah, that's one difference, I guess. Like the
Mhm.
middle one is. I guess I'm not doing sports anymore either.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. No, honestly, it is a congratulations. 'Cause
Yeah, end of an era.
definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I guess, what's next for you? Or actually, yeah, what's next for you? We'll start with that.
Okay. I'm gonna take the LSAT, hopefully get into UNL Law to start next fall, so fall of 2026. That's the goal.
Okay. Yeah.
UNL Law is definitely my top choice by far and away, so hopefully I'm able to get in. But other than that, I'm just gonna keep working and doing what I'm doing right now. I love my job. I love Rembolt Ledke, and I'm just gonna keep chipping away at it. It's pretty monotonous sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just trying to find a lot of joy in the basics of my everyday life,
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Absolutely. What like inspired you to want to do the law stuff?
You know what? Have you ever seen Aaron Brockovich?
No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna send you
Okay.
I'm gonna send you that movie after this.
Okay.
I watched that movie one too many times, and now I need to practice law.
Okay.
Is kind of how it made me feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that your undergrad is it? It's not law specifically, right?
I got my undergrad in economics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about how you got through that, because you did that online.
I
That
did.
must have been so hard.
It's tough. Online school is definitely worth it if it works for your schedule. I know if you're a really busy person but you still want to get your education, it's very well worth it.
Yeah.
But one tricky part is you really don't get to raise your hand in class and ask a question when you need to. So I just had to email my professors a lot. Every once in a while, you got a bad one that wouldn't respond, and that was rough.
Yeah.
But other than that, it really worked out for me.
Did you do the whole undergrad online?
I did 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. And then, so why did you end up moving to Lincoln? Was it mostly Andy?
Yeah, just because Andy was here, and other than that, I was just going to live at home and finish my undergrad online, but I really wanted to get out there, do the big girl thing,
Mm-hmm.
pay my rent, pay my bills.
Yeah.
Which I'm still happy with, but I certainly don't like sending that money out every month.
I know.
It kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Right? But
Yeah.
I just wanted to try and give it a go and live on my own and make it happen. And Lincoln is still close to home. I've got Andy here, so there was just a lot of variables that told me, you know what, maybe I should give this a try. It's worked out really well.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Does Cody ever talk about wanting to join you guys here at some point?
She does. She actually really does. I think Cody misses us more than
Mhm.
she says. I don't know if that's the same for you and Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely. It's weird, and like I've talked to her about this too. It's like the oldest. Like I've always lived with them when I wasn't like living on my own. Like I
Mhm.
always had one of them in the house. And then like I graduated and came here. But for her, she's been living without me or the other sister. Like, I couldn't imagine being the only one living at home after like growing up with 3 of us for so long.
Truly an only child
I know.
for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's got to be especially rough after knowing how fun it is to have sisters.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like that must be so tough.
Mm-hmm.
And she's definitely brought that up. And like we do FaceTime and like try and talk quite a bit. But I personally couldn't imagine going from like living with the 3 of us to all of a sudden just like being the only one living at home.
Yeah.
I feel like that transition would be hard.
Especially as we get older, like how you said, how you just get so much closer. I don't know if it was the same for you guys, but we were not nearly as close as we are now when we were younger.
No, we fought a lot. Like not
Too.
even, I don't know. I feel like having 3 of us was challenging sometimes because it was like usually 2 against 1. And like it didn't matter what the 2 against 1 was, but there was always 2 of us against 1. And like when we were young, it wasn't very often that like the 3 of us would just always be getting along. And like it would be either like me and Abby or me and Libby. Like it depended on like the situation.
Ever Libby and Abby against you?
Oh yeah.
All the time.
It really just depended on the situation. But honestly, like being the oldest, I feel like I was probably on the side of like the 2 for like probably not the right reasons, but you know, someone's got to take control sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But now that like, yeah, I guess it goes back to like being able to understand each other better because we've gone through like the same things more often. Because what's the age gap between you and Cody?
Cody and I, so she's 17, so we're about 4 years apart.
Okay, yeah, same thing with me and Libby. It's 4, and then Abby's like 1.5, almost 2. So like her and I were closer for a while. I feel like because we were just kind of like going through the same things, like both in high school together and like all that stuff. But now that Liv's kind of going through that and just about to be finishing up with high school, it's like now we have so many more things that we can relate to. And now that she's going to go play volleyball like at a university, I feel like that's also kind of brought us closer together.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, like I understand what that's like. And she'll have like questions about it. And I'm like, actually, I kind of know. I don't know how volleyball works. Not going to lie. But but I kind of understand the process of like the going to university to compete kind of thing, which is cool.
Right. Yeah. Can help walk her through just the life of a student athlete, what to expect, how to prepare, things like that. That's cool.
Yeah. Did you grow up doing sports at all? I know you kind of did, but you want to touch on that?
I did. I played soccer. Andy and I both played soccer for a long time, actually, because it's the sport you can play when you're so young, right?
Yeah, we played soccer too for a while. Yeah.
They'll like put you on the field when you're 4.
Yeah.
So I feel like most kids start out with soccer, but then I started playing volleyball, and the only time I was ever better than Andy was when it was my second season, and it was her first.
Oh my gosh.
She was very brand new to the sport. It's the only time in my life I've ever been better than her.
Oh, man.
And then she just took off and left me right in the dust.
Volleyball is so hard. Like I can't. I've tried, and like I'll play with my sisters sometimes, but like every time for some reason I always end up getting smacked in the face. Like I just with any ball sports, like I'm so uncoordinated and I just like flinch like and I don't pay attention. And then like we were playing and like I had my arms up and like ready to hit it and it just went right through my hands and I was like, oh, like I thought I was about to hit it because like I don't know, logically it makes sense. No, it didn't happen.
I remember this was probably 3 or 4 years ago. I forget what I was doing, but I opened up my phone and there was a photo and Andy was bleeding out of both nostrils like profusely. Because she had jumped so high. Her head went above the net and a ball just rocked her right in the nose.
Oh my goodness.
And they had to I think they had to stop the play and everything because she was bleeding so much.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Volleyball is just not for me, but my sister's pretty good at it. So
yeah.
Yeah. And it helps being taller, I guess, too. Like I'm the shortest out of the 3 of us, which is really funny because for the longest time, like I was always the tallest. And then every time I would go home or like see my sisters again, I just was getting like shorter and shorter. Well, they were getting taller and taller, but
yeah,
I was just like, wow. So now this weekend I was like so much shorter than them because they were both wearing heels too. And like I was wearing heels, but the heels made them look even taller than me.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Cody's about to pass me up as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're the shortest too.
I know, which is so crazy because I'm all of 5'10".
Yeah, I know. You're so tall. Like you're definitely like, yeah. Like I'm like I think 5'6". I don't know. So Definitely
okay.
shorter. That's okay. Yeah. What do you feel like? I kind of want to touch on this. So, being in a family with one athlete that's like really, I guess, strong in a sport, did you feel like you had expectations to have to like live up to that standard at all? Or like was there any of that in the family dynamic? Because I know my younger
Yeah.
sisters told me a little bit like once I started like competing on like national team and stuff, they felt like they had this expectation of like having to live up to that standard.
Mhm.
Did that affect you at all?
It did, yeah, because Andy just kind of took off in her career, and it's really only been uphill from here,
Mhm.
which I'm so proud of her for and so happy for
Yeah.
her. But it made me think, man, maybe I need to be doing better. Maybe I need to go to a better school, things like that,
Mhm.
and just do a little bit better athletically. But then I kind of thought on it for a while, and it took some working through.
Mhm.
But you just have to play to your strengths, and athletics just aren't really one of mine,
Mhm.
and that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So a little bit of that for sure. I think it's just difficult, especially being the older sister. This is where it's different, right?
Yeah.
Because at least you set the tone. I was
Mhm.
like, "Oh my gosh, she's even younger than me and doing all this stuff."
Yeah. No, that would be that would be
Right?
interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So tough for a little bit, but gotta play to your strengths, right?
of course. And
Mhm.
I just love how like you're really just like leaning into your own path
Mhm.
and you've just like figured out what you want to do and kind of like doing your own thing now.
Yeah,
Did that
thanks.
did that take a while to like figure out what you wanted to do or like accept that like you were about
Mm,
to kind of do your own thing? Cuz technically I guess I am doing my own thing compared to like my family because like I moved to a different country to like go to school. So
mhm.
like that I feel like was similar in that way, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not really sure how to elaborate on that one. I'm trying to think of the words.
That's okay.
Yeah. I guess it is much different from you having to move countries.
Yeah, but it's fine. We're chilling now.
Yeah, but I just kind of put my mind to something. I tried to lean into it, and the more that I work at certain law firms and I'm able to see different types of law practiced and how people are able with strengths similar to mine are able to help other people,
Mhm.
it just really encourages me to stay on the path that I am and keep pursuing things that I think are noble and important pursuits and where I can really help people down the road.
Yeah.
And so I'm just trying to really lean into that.
Mhm.
I don't I'm just not a great volleyball player, and that's okay.
Me neither. It's okay.
But
You're definitely
hopefully
better than me, so
right, but hopefully I'll be a good attorney, and that's good too,
of
right?
course. Yeah. No, that's the one thing that like I really admire about you is that you really just like leaning into your own thing and you're really figuring out what works best for you. And I think it's gonna really work out. I think you're gonna be so good at it.
Thank you. Pro bono representation for you.
Yes. There you go. If I need a lawyer, I know where to go.
Yeah,
But
thanks.
I feel like another thing, I guess, is like not having like well, I guess you kind of have an older sister. I was gonna say I don't really
I
have like an
do.
older sister to like go to for like the advice and like kind of knowing what to do. So it's more like figuring out like through other people and like mentors, I guess, that are doing things similar to kind of what I want to do. And that's kind of how I'm trying to figure out my path.
Mhm.
I don't know. So it's good that like you had people in like the law area.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna word that. That you can kind of like go to kind of help guide you through things too.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's been wonderful. Our oldest sister there's a little bit of an age gap there.
Mhm.
There's about 6 years.
Mhm.
So a little bit different there, but she's wonderful and I just love her to death too. Oakley's great.
Mhm.
And so it wasn't so much of an older sister dynamic there,
Mhm.
just because there's like you said, it's different when you're going through life and you're in similar places as opposed to completely different places.
Yeah.
She's like getting ready to get engaged and all that, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm
Yeah.
still figuring a lot of things out, but yeah, it's been awesome.
That's really cool. Well, on that note, I think we're gonna head over to our first break. We'll be right back. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Jenny Jackson.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Amon Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a four-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats like Amon Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Call or text us at 402-464-5685 with questions, or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Registration goes through May 30th.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay. Playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Are you buying a home? Westgate Bank understands that you need to make important decisions during your home buying journey. Our local lenders in Lincoln and Omaha make themselves available so you can get the information you need to know. Use our mobile mortgage app to manage your transaction from pre-qualification to closing, no matter where you are. Get the service and convenience you want from a local community bank where our interest is you. Learn more and visit us online at westgate.bank. Westgate Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Make sure you tune in every Saturday from 11 to 12 for all things youth football with Tank Perry and Jim Sandman. Learn how the game of youth football has grown in and around the capital city with coaches, athletic directors, and league commissioners telling you all about it. It's all things youth football with Tank Perry and Jim Sandman every Saturday from 11 to noon right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
It pays to participate in LES Peak Rewards. You can earn a $25 gift card when you enroll your qualified smart thermostat in the program. Help curb electric demand and sign up today at les.com/peak rewards.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
The goal for those coming on the road, let's go get that first. And then here's what'll happen. There'll be you'll kind of be lackadaisical. Instead of keeping that energy, why not instead of keeping that energy, you'll probably see just a little bit more ease of play, because in the psyche, we did what we came to do.
Every weekday from 3 to 5 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and my special guest here tonight is Denny Jackson. Welcome back. So, to get started, I feel like, actually, you brought up this idea, talking about life in your 20s.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much going on. So many
so
things.
much going on.
Where do we even start?
Well, everyone says that they're going to be the best years of your life, right? You've heard that, of course.
Of course, yes.
Right? I'm sure Jacob's heard that too, right? Yeah. Your 20s, they've got to be the best years of your life, right? And then there's so many rough patches, and I'm only 21.
I know, I just turned 22, and I'm like, all right. What's next?
Right?
Yeah.
So I recently read something, and it highlighted a couple of things that I realized are so prevalent in your 20s, which is you are being fed things back and forth of how to best go about them.
Mm-hmm.
And things, for example, like save all of your money and invest it for the future so it pays dividends and things like that.
Yeah.
And then on the opposite end, people say, hey, spend your money. It's going to come back. Go travel. Go see the world while you're young and energetic.
Yeah.
And then other people say, hey, build all of your best habits. Take up yoga.
Yeah. All the your self-care journey.
Yeah, the self-care journey. Exactly. And then other people go, no, just have fun. Live it up. A party and enjoy yourself. You're 20.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's like, settle down, have kids, get married. Right? We're just not there.
Yeah. So I just think one of the biggest things that I struggle with is knowing what's right and what's wrong, but you really only get to do it once, right? This decade is only one decade for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And the stress of having any regrets and not doing it right, it's taxing. It's vexing.
Yeah. And then you have to make a decision. It's like, do I do something like more on the safer side, or do I do something kind of crazy and just like see what happens? Do I risk some things? Do I just, play it safe? Like, and no one knows. Like, no one really has an answer. Like, well, actually, everyone has an answer. But every answer is so different, and it's just so much harder to know like what to do, because how do you know?
Mm-hmm. Right? Do I pack up all my stuff and move to a different country? Or do I just keep on doing what I know how to do, and I save and I retire at some point or not?
Yeah.
What do I do?
It's so weird. And like there's no guidelines. I don't know. Like there's no like rule book that really tells you if you do this, this is gonna happen, because like you still don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, it's so hard.
It's just really uncertain. But I think the hardest thing is that everyone says that they're such pivotal years, and you just know that you don't want to do them wrong.
Exactly. Because everyone also says then it impacts the rest of your life.
Right. Yeah, right. Don't do it wrong, because there's lasting effects. Also be really chill about it, but also take it so seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Lock in and loosen up at the same time. I can't do it.
Yeah, no, like someone just tell me what to do. And there's so many situations where I just tell people, like, tell me what to do. They're like, I can't tell you what to do. I was like, but you can. And I'll probably do it because I don't want to make the call.
Right? Well, I just don't want to do it wrong. So it's just easier if you tell me.
Yeah, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out my life. I don't really know what I'm doing. I feel like you have more of a solid plan than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm still working on that.
Well, listen, there's always room for fluctuation.
Yes.
I like your plan, though. Remember when you explained it to me over coffee?
Yes.
Do you want to go over it again?
Yeah. Okay. Wait. What
There's that many.
Like, there's been a lot of versions. The like going into like the sports counseling side with like the motivational speaking and the
like
what is it, mentoring and stuff.
Children's sports counseling.
Yeah.
And okay.
I feel like that. Yes, I think that's a good idea. It's just gonna take a while to get there, because I think I would get my master's if I were to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of work.
It's a good thing you're so smart.
Yeah. I'm so, it's like it's like I just graduated yesterday. I'm over school, but it's fine. You know, it's fine. I'll do it.
Yeah, you'll never have to take another test, another quiz, another lab.
Yeah.
Never have to submit a homework assignment ever again.
I know.
Discussion posts.
Yes.
Can't wait to be done with those.
Discussion posts are terrible.
We could talk about those for 25 minutes.
Yeah,
I am
honestly.
so anti-discussion posts. It's not even funny.
Yeah, like it doesn't do anything. Like it does, I guess. But like you know what I mean.
Good thing you already graduated. Imagine your professor
That's
watching
why I'm
this
like,
this.
that's why I stopped. So you know what? It works. You get the grade. It's good.
That's good.
But yeah, it's kind of just robotic. Like like when you have to respond to people's discussions.
Mhm.
I saw something about LinkedIn too, being like this. Like LinkedIn is like robots interacting with each other. Like there's no like emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just congratulations or way to go. Like it's just and like no emojis. It's just like so
Mhm.
boring and it's very robotic. And I feel like that's how discussion posts are. But
Yeah.
that's my opinion.
Right? And how you have to be like, good job, Emma. This is the best post I've ever seen in my life. modern day Shakespeare.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, we're just commenting because we have to. Like there's
Right.
nothing coming out of it, but it is what it is, I guess. You
And
gotta
the
do what
truth
you
is,
gotta do.
the truth is, I never even really read your discussion post. I skimmed it.
Yeah.
And now I'm responding.
Responding to the last sentence.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hopefully your professors aren't tuning into this one.
I know. I wonder. I don't know. Sorry. Oh man. Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Mhm.
Except, yeah, if I do my master's, I'm gonna have to go back to doing that, but it's okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can after this.
I'm
They're
not
know
gonna
you're-
be let into a master's program. They're gonna be like, no.
Yeah, she was lying through her teeth.
Yeah. Ugh. My bad. But what's your plan looking like? You kind of touched on it actually, but
Yeah.
yeah, you kind of.
Well, law school, hopefully UNL, but I'm trying to keep my head open to other opportunities, other universities. I've just heard that it's difficult to go to law school in one state and then try and practice in another.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to keep that in mind. That's another thing that's difficult about being in your 20s. If I go to law school in my 20s, how do I know which state I want to live in for a few years after law school?
Mm-hmm.
I've only ever lived in 3.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, that is such a big thing too.
right? Where do I go? I don't know. I haven't been I haven't seen anything. I don't know where I want to live.
Yeah. No, and that's kind of where I'm at too. Like I'm at a point where I'm staying here for a year just to kind of like network and leverage on the connections that I've made over the last 4 years. Cause I feel like if I were to leave right now, then I'm like not maximizing, I guess, on the opportunities around me just because I've met so many great people around
Mhm.
the city that I'm like, if I were to just leave, like, I don't know, I feel like that would just be like a waste almost in that sense. Then I would have to start all over from home. But it's like, I also know that by next summer, like, I'm going to have to go back and then start over anyway. So it's just like, it's
Oh, yeah.
interesting trying to figure that out because it's
Mhm.
like, and then if I, well, like, going back home, like, I don't know where I'm going to go when I go back home either. I have a whole country to choose from, I guess. But
You do.
it's just weird
Mhm.
because, yeah, I don't know the location at all. We'll see.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah. Emma you've been in the States for how many years now then?
This is going on my 4th.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 years, you guys, and she's never had fried ice cream. If anyone can believe that. I had to take her out for fried ice cream not too long ago.
I was like, yeah, two days ago we had fried ice cream. That was so interesting. I didn't really know what to expect
Yeah.
because like it was on the menu, and my sisters were with us, and I think it was the youngest one that pointed out. She's like, fried ice cream, and I was like, fried ice cream,
Right?
and you're like, yeah, fried ice cream.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm ordering fried ice cream for the table.
Right? Could we get 2 of those? Ashley had the right idea.
Yes.
Ordering the second one.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it was good though. It was definitely really good, but I was like, wow, this is crazy. So cool.
It's so American.
Yes, definitely was.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was good. So what do you think like the biggest changes are going to be now that we don't have school? Like especially both of us we're going to be here
Mhm.
and we're just going to be like going about life without school.
Yeah. I am really trying to hone in on some good habits and start building up some good habits. Look, I'm on my self-care journey.
There we go. Honestly, I think I'm going to be joining you.
So now that
we go through that phase together.
Right? Now that I don't have school and I get off of work and I don't have an assignment to
Yeah.
turn in, you
Yeah.
know, what do? I go to the gym, make myself a good dinner, but now what? Maybe I read instead of just scrolling, or I actually hunker down and maybe work on a puzzle, literally do anything else other than like not better myself. when I
Yeah,
have the
that
time.
yes, exactly. And that's like
Mhm.
another thing because everyone tells you that you have to do that. But then it's like, okay, like it makes sense that it would
Mhm.
be good. So I'm like, I got coloring books. I'm like,
You've got
just,
yes.
just color. Like at the end of the day after work, I'm just gonna go home and color. Like, I don't know. I'm not a big TV person in general.
Mhm.
I get bored very easily. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of a problem. Like people want to watch a movie with me. I'm like, I can't watch a movie. Like it's just
You have to check your phone and stuff?
it's not even that. It's just like I get bored. Like if I'm just sitting there for like a long period of
Really?
time, I'm just like, okay. Well, okay. I also think it's because I had so many things going on that
Mhm.
like it was like school, practice, like all these things that I need to do. That it's
Yeah.
like whenever I'm sitting down for a long time, I was just thinking about everything else that I had to do.
Yeah.
But now I guess I don't have that. So maybe I'll be a better movie watcher.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true. And you're gonna read that book I recommended to you.
Yes. Talk about that book.
Okay, so I'm sure a few people have heard of it. It's very popular. It came out in the 90s. It's called I Who Have Never Known Men. I want to say by Jacqueline Hartman.
I don't know.
It's something similar to that. I hope I got her name right. Anyways, it's a wonderful book, but I had to read the translated version because the original is in French. But our lovely French Canadian here could really read the original, which I think is the neatest thing. And so she's going to touch up on her French. and
Yes.
hopefully read the original and report back to me how good it is.
Yes. I need to get that book actually. That's gonna be such a good thing to do this summer too.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'll definitely do that.
I'll be so interested to know your thoughts on that.
Mhm.
It's a fascinating book. I still think about it sometimes, and I finished it like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah, no, that'll definitely be good. And I guess that's another thing I can do kind of is just like
Mhm.
focus on French again. Because I mean no one really speaks
Yes.
French around here, so I guess I can
I
try and figure
could
that
start
out.
learning
I
it.
was gonna say I can maybe start teaching you if you'd like. That would be funny. Yeah. I
Mhm.
don't know. It's so weird trying to figure out like because then I have to get a job. That's another thing. Like trying to find a job is so weird.
Yeah, but you've been having interviews. Do you
I-
want to talk about those?
The one interview I didn't like at all. I'm not gonna say any names, but it's just not my vibe. I actually had an interview on Friday. I actually
Mhm.
really liked it,
Okay,
and then I have
cool.
another one tomorrow, and I think it'll be good. I don't know. It's gonna be
Mhm.
like 2 hours. They said.
Is tomorrow your in-person one?
Yeah, and I have to dress business professional.
You know who we've got to call?
I already told her. I was like, Gigi, I will be sending you outfits. Because yeah, that's gonna be so interesting. Because I've never like been in a position where I've had to do like a real interview. I guess like I used to work at a grocery store before coming here, but like that's not a serious interview at all. I don't even know if I interviewed. It was during COVID,
Yeah.
so I don't even know if I did. But
Are you nervous or do you feel prepared?
okay, you want to know what I was gonna do? I don't know if this is the best way to go about it. I was gonna ask ChatGPT for interview questions and see and practice that way.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
roommate actually did that, and she got a job as the group fitness coordinator at
Oh,
Crunch, and
perfect.
she loves it. She's been doing great.
Yeah.
And that's what she did.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, she does seem to really love that too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I see pictures of her doing that.
Mhm. Yeah, she's got a great gig there. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Any way that you try and prepare, I think will reflect in the interview, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. We'll see. I honestly don't really know what the company does.
I might learn that
I'm gonna be doing research tonight and tomorrow, don't worry.
as soon as we're done here.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's fine.
Mhm.
One thing I feel like with because I've had so much going on the last few years, I
Mhm.
guess, and now all of a sudden I don't. I've been probably way too chill for a lot of things. Like even getting ready for grad yesterday, I was like taking my time and all this stuff. And my sister's like, "Why are you so relaxed? Like, why are you?" I was like, "I don't know. It's not that stressful compared to other things I guess I've had to do."
Yeah,
So I
right?
feel like I need to like get that sense of urgency back in a lot of things, but it's just not there right now.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I think if you have to choose between being too relaxed or being too anxious, I
That's
think it's
true.
better to be too relaxed and then work to a happy medium
That's true.
as opposed to just being in a constant state of panic and stress, you know?
Yeah, and that's how I've been the last like 10 years probably. So now my body's just like
What do you think is the hardest interview question? Like if you get asked it tomorrow, you're going to be like, dang it, they hit me with this one.
I don't know. I feel like the hardest or like weirdest one is like, what are your like biggest weaknesses?
Yeah.
Like,
How do you answer
I don't
that?
know. There's probably a lot. Like, what are you looking for? I don't know. That one's a weird one. I'm gonna have to ask chat for that.
What are your weaknesses? I am just too good at everything I try.
I'm too relaxed. I don't know.
I'm too efficient.
I have this problem that like for the last like month of school, I've been needing to like play with fidget toys because I couldn't focus. So I feel like that's probably got to be in there, but maybe it'll be different now.
But what did I just do recently? I emailed Andy an advertisement for this new fidget toy.
Oh,
And I thought, why didn't I just text it to her? But I emailed it to her.
that's funny.
Like, I was like, I'm so old.
Yeah, no, that's really
Why
funny.
would I email her?
Emailing your sister?
And then my feelings were hurt because she never responded. I was like,
Oh my gosh,
she's ignoring my emails.
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, on that note, we're going to head into our next break. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Denny Jackson.
In dealing with the high interest rates, it's very important that you get as much bang for the buck. And that's what our Remington Homes is all about.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, whether you want painted trim or other upgrades. Those are all options with our Remington Homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere air seeder during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Take your seeding performance to the next level with John Deere's advanced air seeding technology. Achieve precise seed and fertilizer placement, optimize emergence, and cover more acres with less downtime. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Contact your Landmark Implement for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
Are you buying a home? Westgate Bank understands that you need to make important decisions during your home buying journey. Our local lenders in Lincoln and Omaha make themselves available so you can get the information you need to know. Use our mobile mortgage app to manage your transaction from pre-qualification to closing, no matter where you are. Get the service and convenience you want from a local community bank where our interest is you. Learn more and visit us online at westgate.bank. Westgate Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Let's talk about trading up. Not what you're thinking. You could never trade her in, but you can trade up her stone if you like. Signify the growth of your love, the challenges you have overcome, or any part of your love journey by trading up her diamond. Whether it's been 5 years, 25 years, or 50, say it with a bling. Big love, big bling. We got you. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Amon Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a four-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats like Amon Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Call or text us at 402-464-5685 with questions, or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Registration goes through May 30th.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and my special guest tonight is Denny Jackson. For this last segment, we thought it'd be funny to ask each other just like random funny questions. So we'll be doing that for the next 5 minutes. Get ready. So my first question for you is, what is your toxic trait in a funny way? What would you say your toxic trait is?
I think that I will switch my personality depending on who I'm around.
Okay. I feel like I probably do that too, actually.
And so there's just very few people that I think I'm completely genuine with.
Okay.
Yeah. But I feel like sometimes that's necessary, right?
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean,
I'm still trying to make friends.
Definitely.
Okay. What is a compliment you've never gotten?
That I've never gotten?
Mm-hmm.
Never gotten or forgotten?
Never gotten.
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like there's got to be a lot. That like one that like I would have wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't usually get compliments on like putting my outfits together, but like there's a reason for that. Or like if it is like something about my outfit, I'm like, oh yeah, thanks. Genesis picked it out. Like it's never like something that I put together.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing that comes to mind. It's not that big of a deal, you know, but it's something.
Did your parents ever send you to school in new shoes and be like, how many compliments did you get on your shoes today?
Oh, yeah.
Never got compliments.
I mean, people, yeah, I feel like people don't really realize, you know, like.
Yeah, they're just not really looking. I'd come home and my mom would be like, how many compliments did you get? I'd be like, so many, Mom. Not true.
Yeah. If your life was a reality show, what would it be called?
If my life was a reality show, what would it be called?
That's a tough one.
The Struggle Bus with Denny Jackson.
Oh my gosh. That's a good one.
What about yours?
Yeah, probably something like that, or something about like chaos, or like always kind of, chaotic mess, probably.
Emma Spence's chaotic mess.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I like this one a lot. Would you rather be able to speak every language or play every instrument?
Ooh, probably every language. I'm really not a musical person.
Mm-hmm.
I really struggle in that department.
Yeah. I think it's so neat that you're able to speak French and English.
Yeah.
If you could really honestly know a third language, which one would you want to know?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, if I'm like here, I feel like Spanish probably, because a lot of people seem to know Spanish as well.
Mm-hmm.
But like other ones, like I don't know, Italian sounds so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a good one probably.
Yeah. Because you already know French, what would be another language that would be easier for you to learn because you already know French?
I don't know. I feel like maybe both of those, honestly.
Spanish and Italian?
I think so. I don't know. Because we used to have Italians on our team, and when they would speak, like I could understand some words because like some were similar, and the same thing with Spanish. Some words are kind of similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if I would learn like, I don't know, Japanese, I feel like that'd be completely different.
Yeah, that would be definitely.
Yeah. Would you rather be known for your brain or for your vibe?
For my vibe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You too?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd rather people to be like, oh, yeah, I really enjoy being around Denny. She's really fun and easy to be around. rather than being
Exactly. I feel like we're both more known for that too,
like-
honestly.
Yeah. Denny is fine, but she's so smart. You'd be
Yeah.
like, option A every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Would you relive high school or would you skip it forever? This is a good one because we never knew each other then.
Skip it forever, like get like the education side, but without having to like go.
Or would you just ever go back to high school? Yes or no?
My high school was weird because like I was going to practice all the time, so like I
Mhm.
never like fully like did it like a normal person. So I honestly would be interested to like relive high school as like a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would be interesting.
Yeah. If you could go back to high school thinking the way that you think with, just with everything you've learned in your life, like right now, would you
Mhm.
want to?
Probably.
Yeah.
Even like not for probably like the whole time, but maybe for like, I don't know, a couple weeks. Just to see.
Yeah. Do they have prom in Canada? Is that a thing?
Yes, but mine was canceled because of COVID. Yeah, so I actually didn't go to prom. All right. Too cute.
Oh my gosh. You know what, you guys, thank you for joining Behind the Routine. I'm Emma Spence.
And I'm Denny Jackson.
In dealing with the high interest rates, it's very important that you get as much bang for the buck. And that's what our Remington Homes is all about.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders talking about Remington Homes, which